no bad. I can't let none of these get into my head. And all my friends locked up, got caught up in the feds.
There we go.
And all my sins washed up,
Let greatness here. 1 second.
I be close to saying I ain't supposed to say. Sometimes I wanna go ghost, I might go in my head. I might go in my head. I might go in my head. In my head. I might go in my head.
What's going on, guys? It's Legend Greatness, and we're doing the Game Pass Game of the Week. I was trying to do it on OneDrive, but OneDrive's been stupid lately, so we're just gonna stream it. And with the return of the NBA, we're gonna play some NBA. Problem is, it's NBA 19. NBA Live 19. And it, which is, it's not terrible, but it's locked. Whatever. How dare you? It's not 2K. It's a good attempt. They tried. You know, it looks good. Music's okay. It's just clearly a step or two back. You know what I mean? And you know, just show a little bit of it. If it'll let me play this stupid Rice shit was earlier. That's just, why is it locked? Not telling me why. Okay. Maybe I'll just do a quick game or something. Weird. But the Rise is kind of like the My Player thing. Let's see. Streets. I want to do Ultimate Team. I want to do Franchise. We'll just do a play now. Real quick, just to kind of show the game off. This'll work. Oh, you change the jersey, it's cool. The city one. I'm gonna go tip off. Just kind of show it off. We'll play one game and then let you guys see it. So one says like it's not bad, but they never. Well, I shouldn't say never, but they had like a couple years where they skipped.
From the land of Wilt and Kareem and Magic, it's Los Angeles, California and Staples Center. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams.
And Ed, when you think about greatness, you think about this franchise has 16 titles. That's the second highest number in the NBA, but they're making the right moves to hopefully get to 17 soon.
Let's see if this Lakers franchise can recapture the glory. We're ready to go in this one.
Okay. But they had a few years where it got
The
skipped.
won by the Lakers as we get started here at Staples
And
Center.
now it's in hiatus again.
To Kyle Kuzma. Can't connect from inside.
Yeah, post move.
Into the front court, it's Walker. He'll run the offense. Jay, for one straight Danny was good. Danny Ainge. Celtics didn't do that much, but Eastern Conference didn't see much change either.
Yeah, they didn't need to do anything if you're the Boston Celtics. You already have all the pieces to the puzzle. There's no doubt about it. The Celtics are now in the driver's seat.
To Cousins. Gets it at the top of the key. 4-3. Danny Green can't get that one to go.
Come on, Danny.
Defense all over him.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Hayward.
How did he do that?
There, but it's no good.
Man, jump backwards.
James into the front court. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter.
There we go.
And he's fouled. Davis going to the line for two.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Anthony Davis. He's got 2 shots coming. For his career, 79% at the line.
Oh, what?
Off the mark.
That
on
was
the first free
weird.
throw.
I haven't shot free throws in this game, so. That was terrible. I don't know what you're supposed to wait for. Like, by hold it. Oh, you gotta hold it.
Missed the second.
Yeah,
0
that
for 2.
feels weird. I don't like that.
To Walker. Not that time. To Davis. James.
Ah, couldn't get the fast break going.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Marcus Smart. Hayward. Count the basket inside.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
LBJ has it. To Kyle Kuzma. Cousins. To Davis. Fires the 3. Oh, Anthony Davis still guarded well there. Finds a way to hit the trifecta. AD, is he a new age big?
Easy answer is yes. He is Mr. Versatility. He can do everything on both the offensive and the defensive end. He can fight the post, battle for position. He can protect the rim. Plus, if you switch, he can guard guards on the perimeter. That's what you love about AD. You need something, he has an answer for it.
LeBron into the front court. Leads 3.
Oh, ooh.
Calls out of bounds. Last touch
What
by
the hell
LeBron
happened?
James.
Man.
Both coaches
Another
dipping
8
into
trips.
their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Subbing in for Boston, number 7, Jaylen Brown.
Why is Jared Dudley in?
Oh, he had him there for a second. And the Lakers have the rebound. LeBron with it up top. Up by 3. Big finish at the rim.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Hayward. Knocked loose. Lakers have it. Davis. And the slam.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
To Jaylen Brown. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Here's a chance from long range.
What?
That reach was just about
Ooh,
a second
not that
off.
foul.
He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance.
Nice.
First one, count it. Second and 3, no good. Misses the last one.
Foul.
1 for 3 trip. To Caldwell Pope. Cousins.
1 minute remaining in the first quarter.
To James. Lets it
far
fly
off,
from
son.
beyond the arc. His first effort off the
should've
mark.
went in.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To Jaylen Brown. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper off the mark. Lakers at the controls right now. James to Cousins. Jason Tatum with the block.
Cousins, how you get blocked by Tatum?
LeBron James
Oh,
snatching it out of the air. That misses with 2 seconds to go. We're through one from Staples Center with the Lakers on top. Jay and I
Wide
back
open.
with more after this. It's NBA Thursday night.
In the green.
On one quarter in the books. This has the potential to be a
These
good one.
commentators.
Well, both teams had their rhythm. They
I don't
established
recognize
the
them at
tempo
all.
that they wanted to play at. But ultimately, something has to give. Some team has to draw a line in the sand.
Walker driving right to the basket. To Kemba Walker. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
Hand
Gotta
down,
shoot
man
it for
down. You
something.
got to get up and contest the shot.
Los Angeles, they have it. James to Danny Green. Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in LA?
LeBron James
Volleyball.
wins 1 championship in LA. That means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
The assists from number 8, Kemba Walker.
LeBron into the front court. Minute gone by in this second quarter. To Danny Green. James. To Danny Green. For 3. Smothering D.
Shoot or shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor.
wanted him to
you
drive.
keep doing
He
what you're
didn't
doing
drive,
with that
though.
superior confidence.
Took it down the lane, but it's no good. Across the timeline comes James. They lead it. 4-point game. To Kyle Kuzma. James. Can't go down. Smothering defense. Walker with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. To Jaylen Brown. Give it to him. Kemba Walker. 2 of 4 now.
He made it.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
They automatically call timeout. I guess they did.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. James to Danny Green. Goes to the left side. Davis to Kyle Kuzma. To Davis. 5 to shoot for Los Angeles. Anthony Davis lets it fly. He shoots.
Not really what I wanted.
Off the mark. Across the timeline, it's Walker. Down 2.
But the clock shot was going down.
And Green able to pull down the rebound. Kuzma to James. Kuzma, they work it down to Cousins. Using the post
There we go.
to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim.
Old school equals high percentage.
Boston with the basketball. Anthony Davis tips it
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
to Kyle Kuzma. Fires the 3.
Bang.
So the first points for
Okay.
him in this
Had to
first
bounce
half,
around a
and
little
he
bit, but
knocks
it
it
would've
down
hit.
for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
To Cantor. Doesn't have the touch. No good. James into the front court. Lead stands
What?
at 7.
Oh, I hit his
Walker into the
foot.
front court. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first half. Here comes the screen. Hayward to Cantor. Has a look. Deep two there. Won't go. Davis to James. A bad pass, and the Celtics have it.
That's my fault.
To Walker. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Bulldog.
That's
Look,
a terrible pass.
it ain't always going to be pretty, but this is a results-oriented business, and this dude will always give you a good ROI.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. LeBron James. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Ball's controlled by Boston. To Hayward. To Marcus Smart. Hayward. Tatum. Add 2 points to the board. Stuffs it down with authority.
For real?
Long key from 3/4 court. Time expires to end the first half. The Lakers have the lead.
The Lakers absolutely dominated the competition in the first half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Celtics have got themselves in a bad situation that seems likely to only get worse. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems, but I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better. These are the guys getting buckets for the Boston Celtics.
Game traffic. Field goals.
The Boston Celtics didn't make the best use of their shots in the first half. If they want to be competitive in this game, they need to find better looks. Most of their bricks were laid in the opening quarter.
Player of the half.
LeBron James has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome.
Who was cold?
Kemba Walker has really struggled today with his scoring output. He's been able to get shots up, but more often than not, they just haven't been dropping for him. Here we go with the top 3 plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway.
All right.
Pick up.
Hayward. Has a chance. Wide open look. Won't go. Davis to James. Jay, the Lakers, not just a great franchise, but they are a brand in the NBA. With LeBron James, what do you make of Laker fans accepting him maybe now or down the road as one of their own?
They better accept him now. I agree wholeheartedly
Bang!
with Jeannie Buss when she said they're not Laker fans if they're not happy about LeBron James. He is a Laker, and this is one of the most loyal fan bases we have, not just in this country, but in the entire world. The most Twitter followers of all the teams in the NBA.
Danny Green with a chance at a 4-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter.
Oh,
You can count that one a 4-point play.
There we go. Yes,
Celtics have it. Walker. Sizing up the defense. Trying to cash in. LeBron into the front court. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. To Davis. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Anthony Davis trying to cash in on the three-point play. He's struggled so far. One free throw up and good. The lead now 14. Now the Celtics going to use a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Hayward. Short jumper misses. LeBron with it up top. They lead it by 14. And he powers it home. 2 more points for Anthony Davis.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Oh, DeMarcus cut.
And they called
I'm
the
about to
foul.
say, no way I
He was
better
there
foul
too
that.
late.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Nope, first one does not go. Good bounce back, hits the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. LeBron into the front court. His guys up by 15. To Davis. Going to launch beyond the arc. Can't connect. To Kemba Walker. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
Maybe pace it right here. They got a big lead at home.
DeMarcus Cousins. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of that.
To Marcus Smart. That is great vision to set it up.
Oh,
Pushes it home. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
James to Cousins. The pass set it all up.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Has a look. Gordon Hayward. That's how it's done. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
It's James controlling the offense. To Davis. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Free throw good to cap off the 3-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter. Hayward unable to connect.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
Into the front court, it's Walker. His guys down big. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Kemba Walker, couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 50%, some yes, some no in this contest. And hits the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. Lakers ball. Takes stock of the floor. James goes to the right side. To Caldwell Pope. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Gets it in the right corner. Davis, and Boston has the rebound.
1 minute remaining in the
Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit. Across the timeline comes James. His guys holding the big lead.
Oh, jeez. I hate that little bar. Thing's annoying.
Shot by Hayward, no good. James into the front court. His guys can get a 2 for 1 if they time this out. Davis buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Give it to him. Kemba Walker.
How the hell did he make
3
that?
for 8. He's got to do better.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
James.
What the
And a
hell?
pass stolen by Boston.
Really?
Whoa, Jaylen Brown above the rim.
Yeah.
the assist from number 8.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The fourth quarter on the way with the Lakers in command. It's Lakers ball as we start the fourth quarter. And if they were looking good at halftime, Jay, they're really looking good now.
They really turned up that intensity in the third quarter. They were looking to put this game out of reach, and they've come out close to doing that.
DeMarcus Cousins. He's now 4 for 6.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Work it down to Brown and throws it down.
Oh,
No, no,
man, did you see that swiftness?
Oh, that was
He
great.
dunked
Green, what are
that
you
thing
doing?
like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. LBJ with it. And count the basket.
That still worked.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Walker with the basketball. Down a bundle. Anthony Davis.
Oh, getting that out of here.
Message
I don't know
sent,
what that
Jay.
man was
You know,
thinking.
sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Knocked loose. Boston with 4 to shoot. From long range. Hauled in by James.
I got ball. Ice. Coming left.
To Cousins. Off the assist.
Get in there.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Walker. To Jaylen Brown. Trying to cash in. Brown shot off iron. No good. Kuzma to James. Here comes the screen. James to Cousins. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
DeMarcus Cousins at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 73%. Free throws good. Add 1 more to the total. This game feels out of reach. Across the timeline, it's Walker. He'll run the offense. To Hayward. Too much contact. And free throws coming.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
And he connects on the first free throw. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. LeBron into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Caldwell Pope. That no good. Off the mark. Deep right corner. Kuzma to James. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Here comes the screen. Oh, ferocious slam inside.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
Kuzma to Davis. Beyond the arc for 3. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. To Walker. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
Screen coming.
I said. Hey, watch the screen left.
James to Cousins. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
DeMarcus Cousins trying to cash in on the 3-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throws good as they continue to widen their lead. Walker into the front court. Looking to make something happen.
Gotta come through. Screen coming.
Here comes the screen. Short jumper stays out. James. Pass taken away by the Celtics.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Lets it fly from long range. James with the board.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, but when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, whew, that's a scary thing to watch.
James to Davis. 4-3. Had to force that one, but it's no good. 24-second violation. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Nothing going here on that drive. Cousins to Caldwell Pope. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Finish that. has a look. Wide open look, won't go. The Lakers get the victory as they win this one in blowout fashion. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
The Lakers dominated this game from beginning to end. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Celtics are no longer suffering through what was a big-time blowout. Losses like this become main discussion topics in the media. So hopefully this team is ready to answer the tough questions. It's not going to be fun. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Assists.
The Boston Celtics found themselves scrambling around the floor, unsuccessfully trying to prevent the kind of passes that led to quality shots for the opposition. It was a problem throughout the game, no doubt about it. The chosen one didn't have much trouble working the defense and setting up his teammates with scoring opportunities.
Player of the game.
LeBron James was happy to throw down plenty of dunks. And if the defense happened to be there, he brought them along for the ride.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete. But even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.
All right. That's it for that. It's weird because I grew up on NBA Live. It's like not really around anymore. They had a few years where they skipped and they skipped 20. No sign of them coming back in 2021 either. This might be the last one for a while. Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed that. That's Game Pass Game of the Week. NBA Live 2019. The NBA just coming back. Thought this would be appropriate for this week. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you back next time.
$1 million I count up in intervals. Without it, I'm miserable. Don't wanna